Good morning, everybody. It's indeed my pleasure to share with you the initiatives which have been taken up by CBSE to universalize education. As the topic of today is Millennium Development Goals and Universalization of Education, as all of you know that when the question arises that which country is developed, whom we call developed, we moved from economic indicators to human indicators. And the index came as Human Development Index, which was given by Nobel laureates Amartya Sen and one economist of Pakistan. As per HDI, what is Human Development Index, we had few Millennium Development Goals, and one of the parameter of HDI was EDI, that is Educational Development Index. And we have few parameters in this EDI by which we adjudge where we are. Of course, as you will see from our 5-year plans, the 4 objectives have been slated of achievement, educational objectives, which is equity, access, relevance, and quality. And from last 3 5-year plans, we are making our strategies, schemes, programs, which are related to achieve either access or equity or quality or relevance. All our schemes, educational schemes, are geared around it, whether it's midday meal or Kasturba Gandhi scheme or giving cycles or scholarships. In this respect, when we say universalization of education, there are few initiatives which CBSE has taken in recent past. One, of course, all of you are very much aware, comprehensive continuous education. In this, there is a paradigm shift with respect to evaluation. In CCE scheme, in continuous comprehensive evaluation scheme, the criteria on which a child is assessed is he himself. Where I was, what learning has taken place in me, and where I have reached. We have moved away from peer comparison, where I stand in a group. What is my standing in a group? It's a very big paradigm shift in school education. So learning is individual based and criteria is individual, and criteria is also the curriculum which one has to take in, what I am supposed to learn. In this respect only, with this paradigm shift, what I am supposed to learn, we are struggling with, the nation is struggling with another scheme, that is vocationalization of education, where we are designing credits so that these can be transferred and equivalent and can be made equivalent to academic transfers, and our children who can be made more productive to the society. When we say universalization of education and we say quality is very, very contextual, is relative, we have also come up with few schemes to make quality equal to everybody and to really achieve the objective of equity in education. There are on 2 areas which CBSE has taken initiative. One is launching CTET test, which is basically providing a quality teacher or same quality teacher to all children. Since we didn't have anything to adjudge whether a teacher is at par with respect to the quality, so CTET test has been launched, where every child has a right to learn from a teacher who is of the same quality. So the purpose of CTET test is that every teacher, whoever goes to a school, is of a standard and is of a quality. Another scheme for equity of same quality of education, CBSE has launched accreditation of schools. So far, our schools were not really accredited, they were affiliated, and the affiliation was based on some guidelines or some principles or some bylaws that some input, a minimum input or desirable input is supposed to be there in a school, and a school is supposed to function. Accreditation of schools was not really prevalent in India. Accreditation was available for colleges and universities through UGC, which was giving ranking. But CBSE has taken a discourse. We are not going to rank institutions that they are A grade or B grade or C grade. We are going to say they are accredited or not. And on what basis we are going to say they are accredited or not? We are going to verify what they are supposed to be doing or what processes or systems should be available in a school are available and they are performing as per that. How a school will know what processes or systems are supposed to be there? For that, each parameter on which the school processes will be verified are policy driven. They are not research driven, because in most of the gatherings, what should happen in a classroom, what is learning, what is teaching are debatable or academic issues. But until and unless any debatable issue or any academic discourse has been taken up by a policy making body and that has been culminated into a policy cannot be implemented. So with that perspective, all those parameters of accreditation are policy driven, which is another discourse from the existing practices of quality concern. For equity again, there are many schemes of scholarships and fellowships. CBSE disburses their central sector scholarships which are given by MHRD, and it also has 7 types of scholarship which CBSE disburses itself for single girl child, for special children and many more. But as you know, any work cannot be done by single agency or individual by itself. We all are dependent for success on other individuals and as an organization on other organizations and as a ministry on other ministries. In any case, the teamwork is which certainly gives the output or the outcome. I am saying this with respect to scholarship schemes or access or equity. When we have more than 5,000 scholarship per year, and it really does not reach to more than 50% people. The reason, the details which they furnish, they fill up in the forms are wrong. Their bank account numbers are wrong. So most of the transactions are not credited to their account and they come back. So what here I mean to say that with education ministry working towards all this, we need to have financial sector also to come in and play their part. Banking, our scholarship schemes are very much dependent on bank services, which will not take place. Similarly for access, are lot many data, when we say so many children are out of school, is dependent on demographic data. If we don't have the demographic details, it's very difficult to plan opening of schools and plan recruitment of teachers and to plan how much budget allocation has to be there. So all this is really dependent on each other to really achieve universalization of education and to achieve Millennium Development Goals. Thank you.